time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now.
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking. On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to trap. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. For a braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me. I'm everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive. A young with money will make offended. I ain't flashy, I'm classy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal, it's all in my demeanor. A true believer, I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I want to do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster, slow motion. I was losing focus, stuck on that. It was smooth on the surface, but underneath it was broken. Hoping to find hope in this hopeless world we live in. What you give is what you given. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta stay tunnel vision. Gotta avoid collision. Keep scratching the surface and keep your palms itching. Gotta pay moms a visit. It's been a while. I've been working, she keep telling me she miss her child. I find myself passing the house, then I spin around. She say I'm always moving, I just can't sit around. Oh my, cause the cash ain't gonna come to us. When we was down, who gave a dime or gave a for us? So instead of making it hard, I made it fun for us. Make it easy, so when you need it, you just run to us. But it's a lot of pressure, I'm trying to stick and move through this. Fixing these bumps on the road so I can just cruise to this. Living my life on the road, I'm trying to get used to this. And when they throw dirt, I just act like a broom to this. Trying to stay true to this. Even when they lie on me. World on my shoulders, my girl can't even cry on me. God watching over me, the devil probably spy on me. I've been going through some. Kenneth, keep an eye on me. I know it's been a drought, but to my fans, don't go dry on me. If you want a picture, take a picture, don't get shy on me. I'm here to inspire. I admire that you admire me. I've been in the dark, but I promise you'll see a brighter me. I'm sorry. To all my supporters, man. I love y'all. I just want to say thank you for supporting me since day one. You don't want to see me win, man. I don't know why, but we gonna win anyway. I came straight out the with a microphone. Boy, I swear I couldn't leave that mic alone. Everybody clear the room, I like to write alone. I'm in my zone, bass bouncing off the styrofoam. I'm never in between, I'm either hot or cold. Can't be a loser, I maneuver like I got a clone. I'm out here in these streets like I ain't got a home. And you barely hear from me like I ain't got a phone. Because there's no days off, there's no days off. I know it sounds a little painful, but it pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed off. Spoke to God, then me and Satan had a face off. I swear my life was like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long. I put the pedal to the metal, then took the brakes off. And I kept it A1 like the steak sauce. My paychecks used to be a pair of Jordans, and I know I can't afford them, but I went ahead and bought them. Then I quit, started spent my money on recording. Yeah, the studio was small, but man, that made me a fortune. Made me a fortune, man. Trying to stop me. Y'all can't stop me. This is forever. Forever.
just a kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash. I'm in all the fries, you can give me all the hot sauce, all the pie, you can give me. Better be all the you don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can. Yeah. Super fly for the dumbos. Plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence for my young. Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a stab, no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. The fair gamma stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. There's places in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a pantyhose.
Over here and empty your pockets. I don't do that. You might frisk me. You do what I tell you to. Get over here. He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now McKinnon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
On 3rd down, Jackson lets it fly for Thielen. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. After the interception, it's Luck. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Go. We got three, fellas. Reggie. 12.
Luck now to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. C.J. Mosley. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
46, right, 40. Reggie. Go ahead.
Play action. It's Locke. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now they set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Over.
After the interception, here's Jackson. They shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. They run with Hines, and he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Love. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Let's go, Mexico!
From the red zone now, Locke into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on first down. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey on? Isn't that the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out, and the Ravens have got it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Watch it now, Barney! Gone!
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Jackson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Locke. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Done. 1, 6, 2, 7, 100. We got 3. Go. 290. 11. Color. 12.
Throwing is locked. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Colts send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll get this one up to the 26. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This time, Jackson will throw it. Drops it off for Coleman. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Block. Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out, and the Ravens have got it. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Toss play to McKinnon. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
McKinnon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
Here's Jackson. He finds Coleman. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. On 3rd down, it's Coleman, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When the receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. They'll try to run with McKinnon. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He'll get it up the middle. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 3rd and goal, Jackson, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st down, Love. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
11. Go ahead.
A shotgun snap for Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Hines, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On second down, here's Locke. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tajay Sharp, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
On 2nd down, Jackson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14.
Detroit! Gone!
Jackson. Goodwin able to haul it in. A good pickup there at 22.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Gone.
Throwing is Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Lynch in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and forever.
Gone.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now a first down throw. Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Play action. It's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Airing it out deep for Smith. They've got his man complete. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Ravens are in for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Here's Luck now on second down. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Luck on first down. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. He's got room to run past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Gone!
Here's Jackson on third and long. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, it's locked. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Here's Locke. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Tim Williams. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Locke. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Wide, 622.
Now Love. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Eric Armstead coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
12. Go, 190. Go ahead.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Coleman now. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And the Colts coming out now. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see if the defense...
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Ravens, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jags.